not even real. Now, they are some type of a life form, but you must ask yourself, why must the darkness, why must the enemy put together digital digital armies, digital bots to go after people? Ask yourself why. Why do you have to have such an army? Is it because you can't get human beings who are willing enough to do your bidding when you are out there trying to, stop the news from getting out, stop the truth from getting it out? Why must you have an army of bots, non-human beings, to do your bidding? Why must you? I know why, because you can't get real human beings to do it, you all. I've been looking over there on my Facebook page, and they sent the army of bots out to the UFO that was on the outside, sitting outside, hovering in the sky on NASA. If you haven't seen that video, let me show it to you, you all. So they sent the army of bots over to my YouTube page, and the same old thing. Oh, woman, you're nuts, you're crazy, you're an idiot, you're a retard, I don't see nothing. It's because you're stupid and stuff like that. Same old things, they have army bots, keyboard warriors, people, and if they do have people, they get paid to be that type. So you only enlist things like that because let's just face it, the good, the light do not stoop to those levels, okay? The light forces don't stoop to those types of levels to where they go about belittling and demeaning and stuff. But the dark does. The dark forces do. They, gather around them like-minded bots and programmed bots to come at people just to discourage them and all of that. They do dirty tactics, stupid tactics, really. It's very childish, it's immature. It's because they cannot function like an adult. They can't do what adults do. They can't. It's like attack, 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 attack. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. No, 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 no. See, that doesn't work with some people. It doesn't, because we're human beings and we know your tactics now. You've already given yourself away way too many times. You have. So let me see if I can get over here. You all 7329. Okay, let me see if I can get over here. So let me come to my YouTube channel. I had to literally type in my whole name practically to get my YouTube channel to come up. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about too. Oh, see, I got two videos going. You get double the Gina. Double the Gina. Double the Gina. So they have an army of bots. They do on the Facebook. Facebook is really, I'm just saying, it is not a good platform. It isn't, because of what they allow. See this video right here, NASA. So let me do this, you all.
Your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want...
We're going to get to the NASA one. And let me pause it. I'm going to pause it so you can see the ship that I'm talking about, right outside of NASA. If I can. Somebody said, woman, that's, oopsie, I'm getting caught in here. Woman, that's not a ship, that's a cloud. No, 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 see. It's a ship right outside of NASA's building, parked right outside. You can see it right there. And we did a video of it down there. And it's that very video that the darkness sent their bots out. Bots out. That video right there, I did a short video on the Facebook, and it reached 48,000 people. That's on the Facebook. Facebook has 128,000 followers. YouTube has 136,000 followers, but for some strange reason on the Facebook, it can get 48,000 views. It can, 48,000 views, and on the YouTube it doesn't. It only, well, they got them over here too. They just like squash your numbers. They squash your numbers. 6,000 views for this, and over on the Facebook, it's like 48,000 views for this particular video, if I can get it without a shadow being on it. Yeah, there you go, you all, somewhat. So yeah, this is, it's real. What's happening is real. There are ships in the sky. You can see them. And they're all around the world. This one literally was parked outside of NASA. is what it was. Parked totally outside of NASA's building. You can see it right there. We even went to the website. We watched it as it would come in. If you haven't seen that video, and I know this gets shadow banned on the YouTube too, but YouTube doesn't put up with the bots. That's the good thing about YouTube. They do not put up with the bots that get on your channel. You know, they got the sex bots, they got the other trolls. Facebook, boom, it's loaded with them. It's like they got their digital army of bots out, the darkness does, to try to silence anybody. That's what they do. But look at this, you all. We watched this ship come in, and it literally, if you haven't seen it, I like to go back. We even put it in the inverted mode right here. You can see what was happening was other parts of the ship were coming out beneath it too. Coming straight out beneath it. You can see it movement down there below. And NASA knows they're there. They do. They know the ships are there. This is pretty cool because we didn't just do one media of filters. We did several others. And you can see it, you all. It's right there in your face for those who say, well, no, there's nothing. It's all clouds. Well, those type of people are the bots, the army of bots that come against the light. And we know all their tactics, you all. We know all of their tactics now. They've let the, see, look at this thing flying across the top of this. See how it's flying? Flying across this ship in the sky, right over the top of it, and then it like disappears. So this video right here, if you didn't know, we did it on December the 30th. What today is it's January the 3rd. So this is, you all, this channel does a lot of videos, a ton of videos, it really does. And there's something going on, and it was outside NASA's house. What I've noticed is when I've shared a video directly to the Facebook, that's when the trolls come out. If I just share it to here, they don't come out. But if I put something personally on there, they come right out. Bot blocking. Well, I don't think I can block the bot on the Facebook, even though I can enable moderators since they've got me down there as a public figure. So, oh, look, see the ramp came out. A public figure on the Facebook. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I'm not going to say nothing else about it. That's why I don't really do hardly any lives whatsoever over there. So we've got that one. Let's look back at the videos we've done. And I mainly do live videos. So we have an army of bots who aren't real. And they aren't real. The dark uses bots, non-humans, to do their dirty work. They can control thousands and thousands and thousands and spam you. Critical juncture, a black UFO craft. Are you finding it hard to stay awake? Are fireballs coming from the sky? Something is wrong with this star. It doesn't look right, and it didn't. It had beams of light coming out of it. Is what you're hearing people say, is it lining up with reality? Are you hearing things that, oh, it's going to get better, this is happening, and you're looking around and you're saying, oh, well, I'm not seeing what you're saying is going to happen. I'm not. So y'all got to reason. You got to use your intuition. You got to use wisdom with what you're hearing to see if it's matching up. And yeah, they disabled my car. This right here, classified. You remember that Senate thing? Classified, 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 classified. Otherworldly beings, underground birthing centers. There was a civics class on visitors from outer space. 50 years ago, government stops the investigation of UFO cover-up. Look a night at the observatories. Here's that ship. Plasma and cylinder pods coming down from the sky in France, and they did. Southwest Airlines historic meltdown. Now look at this. This is other strange cloud structures there outside of NASA. There's UFO ships around the sun. Are we experiencing an invasion? Okay, I'm not talking about the many known species when it comes to an invasion, you all. The invasion has already begun. It's already here. It's only a matter of time. Planetary-like object on a Waikiki. I'm working on an engine, is what I'm doing, you all. The look at this. Why on earth would Google Earth have this on it? And it did. The FAA weather cameras are down across the U.S., and they were. and this was what showed up on Google Earth. And what happened during this video right here, this very video, you all, while we were talking about what on earth happened to this, why is this like that? It crashed. Google Earth crashed, and when we went back to redo it, it was gone completely. I think we saw something that they did not want us to see on Google Earth because it showed up. You had to zoom up just so right, just zoom up a little bit at the right point, and then those symbols would come up. The red would show up, but not if you zoom up really close, you wouldn't see it. If you were far back, you would not see it. Something happened, and this is signifying something happening, you all, or otherwise it would never be seen on Google Earth. Is China building an underwater space station, and by 2030, they are said to have it completely intact, underwater space station, and a massive UFO came out of the sun, you all. And it did. It's right here. Massive UFO came out of the sun. And then look at this. A giant cube structure on the FAA weather cam. It's back here in the background, you all. All of this stuff, UFO with 30-foot windows above Mount Etna, you all. Look at this. How is this planetary object going undetected by the news? How is it? It just is. And the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Cthulhu. Look at this. Why is there a huge spinning UFO over this mountain? Why? Why is there one, you all? And why is New York? What is New York planning for? And do they know something we don't know? They're planning for a nuclear attack, you all, is what they're doing. Look at this. There's something hiding at the observatories. I would highly encourage you to watch this. They are shadow banning this right here, you all, this video. This video is packed full of scientific information about the pole reversal. This one right here. And I'm going to see when the last comment came through on there, you. I just want to see. It's probably been hours and hours and hours ago, the last comment that ever made it on here. I want to see it. Earth's magnetic field. Okay, it wasn't too many. It's over a day ago. A day ago. Then 10 days ago. 9 days ago. This video is being hidden from the internet view. 1 day ago, 9 days ago, 10 days ago. Excuse me. 12 days ago. It's loaded. China has their own CERN, and it's much more powerful than CERN. CERN has a magnetic field. China has eight and probably 5 times more powerful than CERN's, China's is. And if you have magnetic fields like this, if they're interfering with Earth's naturally occurring magnetic field, okay, they are. And please go look at this video because different parts during this video, it has, I promise you, you won't be disappointed looking at it. You won't because of the information that is all in it. I know I do a lot of videos, and the reason I do a lot of videos is because of this. This is why I do, because they block my stuff. Look, what's causing the lakes to bubble in the Antarctic? It's methane. Methane is bubbling up 10 tons a day of methane. And this right here, the Greenland ice sheet, this is actually based off real scientific data. It wasn't just a movie. It's scientific data that was put out there, you all. You got the Pope. He says he signed his letter of resignation the day he took office. He signed it, and he just brought that out 2 weeks ago. It just made the news. The day he did it, he signed his papers in case he could not do his job. He did, you all. Everything is in place, okay? Everything is in place. What happened? This is UFO, FBI records, the Vault UFO. This all has to be done with otherworldly beings, you all. This right here, they're coming out of the clouds, and they are. This is a cool video to watch. You're going to see so many different shapes coming out of this. It's a life form coming up from the ground is what it is. And on Mount Etna, this UFO is on Mount Etna. So there's tons of things, you all. This channel does a lot of videos. I do a lot of research, and it's mainly done live right there on the spot. Not just me doing it and then uploading a video. We do it live and we do it together. We go on the journey together, which is really important. And for those people say, you know, you need to document where you've been. No, you need to watch the video is what you need to do. And look up there at the address at the top, and you go do your own research. Follow the links by doing that, you all, because I tell where we're at. I even go up here at times and say, this is where you need to go. That's why I haven't been putting the links, because I think surely if somebody's really that interested, they're going to want to type it in themselves. They're not going to want everything handed to them on a silver platter. I'm not going to give you stuff on a silver platter. I'm not. If you watch the video, you'll find out exactly where every single bit of the information comes from. You won't have to guess, but just coming on here demanding, show us where your links are. We want to see. No, you go watch the video and then you find the links yourself. Do that because we don't got time to play. So do you see the object? And the winter storms are here, and are you prepared? Now look, fact-checking a binary system. This was also in Star Wars. They had a binary system, you all. 2 suns. They had it. They did. Do portals exist? Yes, they do. And look, NASA has their triangle. Look at this right here one. Real zombies and body snatchers among us. And this is a scientific paper that was written. And how did they get here? And look at this. Why is this showing up? Why would this show up in the sky? This is a portal. This is in France. They were lighting off fireworks. And this portal right here appeared in the sky. Every time or right before the fireworks lit off, a portal appeared in the sky. And I put the diagram of what a portal looked like. UFO spotted over New York. Yes, there was on the ISS. Great big massive UFO. And I think we found that it went to Lake something. And this is a cloud at NASA. And if you watch this video right here, they crawled out of the clouds, and they did. You can see them right here on the edge. They crawled out of the clouds, you all. There is a life being, there's a type of life forms that are in the sky. And it may sound strange, but it's true. They are in the sky. Is there an alien race living in our oceans? Well, it's probably their oceans, really, is what it kind of is. This right here, a time traveler predicts alien contact. This is the last time we ever got to see a time lapse out of this volcano, out of the observatories, the very last time. We didn't get to see any more time lapse because let me show you something, you all. Let me talk about this observatory since I got you on here for a moment. I'm going to go to the playlist. Let's go to all these playlists. You go right here and go to the playlist. Some UFO archives. We got Pentagon press briefing, Cthulhu, CERN. It's got 16 videos. The observatories have 65 videos. And volcanoes, the observatories things are under volcanoes too. Let me see this right here. Oh shoot, I didn't want to go to that playlist, but we'll go there, you all. We can look at it. Let me just push this play. Let me get off of here. Right there, this UFO ship right outside the observatories. This was 1 month ago. 1 month ago. And let's see when the last comment was done on this one, you all. 7 days ago. You better run, Gina. They're coming after you, just saying. Of course they're coming after me. They've been after me for a while. So it's when Mauna Loa erupted, right before then, several wows, this UFO showed up. We found it. We found it, you all. So you can see what's happening. There's no denying it. But they send the bots out on the YouTube, on the Facebook, you all. There is no denying it, really, there isn't. But they want to deny it. We're getting to there is a critical juncture that we're approaching. It's getting to the point where they can no longer hide the existence of other life and the existence of superior technology. They can't hide it anymore. That technology came from somewhere, is where it came from, somewhere. And let me do this. See this, the observatories right here. A night at the observatories. This is what we were documenting. That is definitely a massive portal or a flying saucer on the southern camera in Hawaii. They don't want nobody to know. They did not want anybody to know, you all, at all. These show massive UFO ships. We've documented so many things here. We really have. You can see the observatory playlist. Cylinder pods coming down out of the sky. You can see them right there. Going to the Earth. They're looking for the arrival. They're looking for the arrival of something very, very important is what they're doing. Did they shoot at the UFO near the observatories in Hawaii? Because there were UFOs. There's all kinds of UFOs. Lasers at the UFO, at the observatories. This is a life, look at this massive metallic mothership at the observatories directly under me. And there was a massive metallic mothership right here, hovering right over the mountain, you all, right here. This is a really good video right here. We were focused on this life form right here. This is a type of a life form, and that's not Starlink. What are they doing with their lasers? I thought I'd throw on a NASA uniform just for the fun of it, since they don't want to admit. Intruder alert. This was very telling. This is a very good video. Intruder alert. There were clearly UFOs that showed up there. Okay, all of that. So this, we share a ton of things. We really do, to document, because time is short. We don't know how much time we're going to have to finish all the documentations. Somebody got blocked for commenting 24 hours. Much love in Ontario. They just got you. You've been reading about brain tumors. Hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, there's gobs of playlists. See, this is really interesting, too. Let me come over here and look at this full playlist. You see this right here? This is actually a star, that right there. This came from, I forget his name. I can't remember his name. I showed his channel. This is what shape the star took. The stars are a mystery. Let me show you this if we can. Let me see if we can come over here. The stars is really a pretty cool video, but to see stars that have a certain type of shape built into them, and it's not from being underwater either. It's not. Look at this. These are, I'm sorry using my phone. Look at that shape. That was a star, and that's what came out of that star right there, you all. And it's not a joke. It's not a joke at all. How we, these are the different types of stars that have been documented. There's gobs of them. And oftentimes, you know, you'll see people, you'll see the news or somebody show something like that. Oh, it's a ship. Well, we document all this stuff all the time. How come it's such big news when the media shares it and not big news when we share it? Ask yourself that. Why do you have to be the official mouthpiece in order to raise awareness, you all? Why do you? That's what I'd like to know. Why does it have to come from an official mouthpiece? Why can't it come from normal people? Why can't it? Echoes of a Celestial Being. If you want some peaceful music, you can watch some of these, part 1, 2, and 3. There's beautiful movements that are documented. Can you handle the truth about the stars? Shape-shifting. These are intelligent life forms in our skies, and they are. Oopsie, Gina. You see that life form right there? That's Gina. We see you in there. Well, there is a life form inside of here. You can see partly its face. It is. I think I'm about done talking, you all. I really am. But we are at a critical juncture, and things are heating up. I heard somebody say, I read this article talking about Antarctica. They said, is Antarctica Atlantis? when the poles flipped, was Atlantis there, but now it's become Antarctica. Have you heard that theory? That quite possibly because they had the technology and stuff like that. Have you heard about that? That Antarctica could be Atlantis. Yeah, hello. The wind chimes are out there. They sound very nice. They really do. That's okay. It's quite all right. And if you didn't know, we have I do have the link to the FBI files. Look, boot 3,900 individuals saw similar objects rapidly in the same direction in the form of a triangle. Oh, my batteries decided to die. Objects in the size of a triangle. Individuals saw similar objects proceeding rapidly in the same direction in the form of a triangle. This is one of the FBI papers right here, the disclosure. 3 to 5 minutes later, another group consisting of 5 to 6 objects, again in triangular formations, proceeding rapidly in a northeasterly direction. A few minutes later, a large group of objects estimated at between 35 and 50 flew over the city in a northeasterly direction. Flew over what city, you all? They were talking about these flying discs. This ain't Project Bluebeam, okay? It's not, you all. These are actual objects that have been documented flying in the sky, is what it is. 35 to 50 flew over the city in a northeasterly direction is what they did. So I don't know what city that was, but there is a video on here, on this channel, that we looked at that. Where is it at? Let's see the live videos. I'm going to show you which one you can find that in. Let's go back, you all. It's a pretty cool video. It was FBI things. We had to go far back because I have to do like 4 videos a day. It came from the FBI vault, but it's not that one right there. But this is where we went, and they released UFO information. This video does not have the information in it. It's the other one that has the information in it. It's this one right here. What happened? You see, it's 48 minutes long. We go through all kinds of documentations in that thing right there. Special Forces based. Yeah. So the UFOs, no, you can't just dismiss everything as a Project Bluebeam. You can't, unless you just want to. And if you want to, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to dismiss everything as a Project Bluebeam. I'm not. I know that there's other life forms out there. There are engraved in stone. There's flying saucers, flying ships in all different countries around the world. Even the ancients, the Anunnaki and stuff. They didn't have make-believe ships. Okay, they didn't. And there are groups of people who are looking for the return of the Anunnakis, and they're going to return in ships. Okay. And or the ancient gods, they're going to come back in ships. This ain't no Project Bluebeam right here. Okay, and I think sometimes part of me thinks about this Project Bluebeam. That is put out there to dismiss, like when a rapture or something like that occurs, when you see real physical things in the sky, and they want people to dismiss it as not real. That's what I think they want people to do. Dismiss it as not real. That's not up there. That's this right here. That's what I think they want that to do in part. Not saying that it doesn't exist, because I'm sure it does exist, but there are real UFOs, and see, that's where they're going to confuse the people a great deal. You're not going to be able to tell the one from another, and you're going to end up in trouble when that happens. You really are. So, hey, that's me. Yeah, so that's right. You can see them. I've documented plenty of ships. I have lots of them. Lots of UFOs. Where am I at, you all? Lots of UFOs of my own. I have. What is this? What is that? Like I can't get these to open. Oh yeah, see like these beings in the sky. Why do we have these type of beings in the sky? But we do. They're in the sky. There is a life form in the sky that can shapeshift into an airplane. They can change their shapes, you all. And I know other people have seen them too. They have. There's so much going on, and there's going to be a breaking point, and it's all going to come out all at once is what's going to happen, because they failed to let the people know ahead of time. They kept it hush hush, thinking they could control it. Well, now the lid is practically falling off of Pandora's box. Okay, that's what it's doing. It's practically falling off the box because there is no hinge on it, and all of this stuff is coming out. And they're not going to be able to keep silent. They know they can't. They waited as long as they could, I guess, until they got everything in order. Really, that's what I think. Waited until they got everything in order. See, look at this, Sherelle. Let me show you something. Let me do it. I just want to show you something. This is not Project Bluebeam. These are actual beings, okay? Our history shrouded in darkness. Look at this. These are beings. This is ships. Why do we got this, you all? Is this just like make-believe? How can you dismiss this? And what about Inky and Enlil? What about them? What about them? Did they exist? There's talk of them. There is talk. And who are these? If it's all Project Bluebeam, where do they fit in? You tell me. If these beings return, how does Project Bluebeam fit in with their return? Are you going to say, oh, it's fake? They're not returning. It's all fake. It's all make-believe. It's a hologram and all of that. Are you going to say that? Do you think these gods are going to say, yeah, it's a hologram, it's fake? Let us show you our power. Let us show you our power. These are winged beings. They are. Winged beings. Oh, you got to go to another party, Neil, honey. You go on. That's right. Winged beings, you all. See, look at this. They don't want us to remember. Okay, and I say, they don't want us to remember because our memory has been kind of wiped clean. Some people's memory has been wiped out so that they don't remember. So that they don't remember. Wiped out completely. It's like a, look. Persian, Polis, Iran, Council Hall, Ahmadiyya symbol on the north jamb of the eastern doorway of the main hall. Who's that? Is that, if you want me to believe that this is all going to be fake? You want me to believe that? Because I'm not going to believe it. I'm not. I promise you, I will not believe it. Because why? I'm a spiritual being, and I know that there's other life out there. I know that there is a spiritual realm, a realm that you cannot see. And what has been will begin again, okay? What has been here will show back up, okay? It will. It'll show right back. The past will come back, you all. It will come back, and no, I'm not going to just dismiss. I can't. I cannot in my spirit dismiss everything as a Project Bluebeam. First of all, I never heard about Project Bluebeam until I started doing this back in maybe 2018, 2019. Then I heard of the word Project Bluebeam, the phrase. Before then, no, I never heard of that. How does my spirit, let me tell you how my spirit resonates with the Project Bluebeam. It don't. It don't resonate with the Project Bluebeam because of Project Bluebeam, that whole entire concept, real or not, it rubs my spirit the wrong way. It does not vibrate on the frequency. There's nothing good associated with it. And to put it out there in front of the people, especially those who are looking for a return, to put it out there and plant it like a seed, I think it's meant to sow confusion. I really do. And I'm not going to buy into it. I'm going to pull it out by the roots if it ever gotten me. Well, it ain't going to get in me because I don't let things stay in me. I pull them out by the roots. So there's nothing left. Nothing. I don't want nothing like that to take root within me, you all. I do not. So let me see what else we got here, you all. That's about all we got. I know I get kind of vocal at times. I do. I get a little bit vocal because time's running out. It's running out. We don't have much time left. We don't. And there are people who realize we don't have much time left. That's okay. So these look like cities in the sky. They do. They could even look like some of the things in the clouds. They look like ancient floating cities. This is like one of the images I took. You can see it in the inverted mode. I took it. It was in clustered together is what it was. So I'm going to go. I am. Done said too much. I've done ran my mouth too much, you all. I have. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love. You have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. No, you better keep your eyes open, you all, and learn to think for yourself. Don't if there's something that I say that don't resonate with you, don't listen to me. Don't listen. Throw it out. But if I say something that resonates with you, then keep it. If I say something that doesn't, get rid of it. Okay, get rid of it. If your eyes are open and you look around and you're seeing things that are in reality that you've never saw before because you were listening to the wrong type of hearsay and stuff like that, and now your eyes are opening, then don't listen to that other type of hearsay because you see what it did. It set you back. But that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. And if your eyes are meant to open, they're going to be open when they're meant to open, you all. We got a long road ahead of us. We do, and we can't give up. We got to keep going till the very end. We do. And there's going to be distractions. There's going to be all kinds of distractions, and we're going to be tested. But that's okay. We can make it. Don't